So in this video, I will talk about the cost breakdown of giving birth in Canada and the document you need to get for your baby. All right, so stay tuned. So I've talked about a visa process, so you can apply for a tourist visa, and if you know you're pregnant and your purpose is to go and give birth, make sure you state it there. Like you can state it in your application. It's not illegal to go and give birth in Canada. It's actually legal. They just want to know that you have enough money to pay for out of pocket services as a non resident or to Canada on the 15th. And on the 17th, I gave birth to my child. That there was no time to book doctor's appointment. And for those that have been asking me that, do you need to book appointments before you leave the country with any hospital? You don't need all that, right? You can actually get to Canada and look for an hospital and book an appointment with a doctor, right? And doctors don't have their offices inside the hospital. They usually have their offices separate, right? And charge the doctor's fees separately from the hospital bill. So I got into the hospital 2 a.m. 5:05, the delivery was done. I came out. You will get a lot of documents. Like what I mean is that a lot of papers that will be given to you at the hospital. Some of it is they will tell you to schedule an appointment. I have all the documents here so that I don't miss out on anything. They'll tell you to schedule an appointment with your doctor as soon as possible for a visit in 1 week. That's postnatal care. They will do a hearing test for the child and some certain tests for the child. A lot of at 5 a.m., 5:05 a.m. So we waited till about 5 p.m. and then we left. So we didn't spend the night. And so that made my hospital bill also not too much, right? I won't say you should do that. Make sure that you're very fine because they tested baby, and made sure that I was fine, and it was fine. They even made me sign a document that I was the one that said I wanted to leave, and because knew that I was okay, that was why I left the hospital. So they will educate you on a lot of things. Anything you need, they will give it to you, and the healthcare was amazing, was superb. They'll feed you very well, give you gifts to take home for baby diapers, like I did in my delivery video. And after that, you allow you go home. You just discharge your baby and yourself, and you go home. It's later they will now send you the bill that you need to pay, right? So my bill was sent in, I think 2 weeks after. Yeah, 2 weeks after delivery. And in there they wrote that bed inpatient ward, and then that was about $5,000 plus, and then outpatient visits, that was around $902. In total, I spent about, the bill was about $6,300 Canadian dollars. That's for my hospital bill and the care they give me in the hospital. Now, there's a separate bill for the doctor fee. So basically, let me give you a rundown of when we were making our findings and the few things that I know um, about the range of what you will probably be spending. So for doctor's appointment, depending on the hospital, consultation fee with doctor's appointment can range about 100 to 150 Canadian dollar every time you see a doctor. Doctor's fee for vagina delivery is around 3,500 to 5,000 Canadian dollars. Then doctor's fee for 6 session is 4,005 Canadian dollars to about 6,000 Canadian dollars. Like I said, doctor's payment is usually different from the hospital bill. So that's why I'm doing this breakdown. For epidural, it's about 1,100 Canadian dollars. Circumcision, if you have a boy, 500 Canadian dollars. Then subsequent checkup by the doctor, about 60 Canadian dollars. Postnatal care, because they will come to your house. They came to my house after I gave birth where I was staying, and they came to check baby. That's another few dollars. Then if you are staying in the hospital per night, for some hospitals about 2,000 Canadian dollars to 3,000 Canadian dollars. For the baby, it's around 800 to 1,000 Canadian dollars. So after you've given birth, you need to factor in the things that baby will be using, the essentials, clothing, diapers, and every other thing. And to move around, you will need a stroller. So I'm going to do a video of baby essentials that you need, but this is about documentation now. All right, giving birth. The next thing is to start filing for his document. What I mean is that you need to get his birth certificate. So they won't give you the birth certificate at the hospital. At least in my own case, it wasn't that way. So, and I think for Canada too. So you need to go online and apply for his birth certificate, put in all the necessary details there, pay for it. I can't remember vividly the amount now, but I don't think it was up to $100. Yeah. So you pay for the birth certificate and they send it to your address. So after you're done with that, the next thing is to go and do a passport photograph for baby. After you're done, I remember we went to Walmart. They have a photo area there. So we did the after we did that, we then proceeded to download the child general application for international passports. So that's the next thing after birth certificate, getting a passport photograph for the child, and the reason why you're there, getting his international passport. So this is the form. So we downloaded this and filled it. You will need a guarantor too. Just download and read the information. There are a lot of things there. Take your time to read everything there. Follow what they ask. So they will say that you need to get a Canadian citizen to stand as a guarantor to reference for your child, or they are just read out the information there. So we did all this, filled the form, got a referee, and then we went to Canada Place. So if you want it to be fast, you can do all these things online. But we learned that if you want it to be fast, because we were pressed for time, so we went to Canada Place and we
So she's at the Canada place now. So well done.
filed. We went there to submit the documents, and and they gave us a date. I think it gave us like 3 weeks after or 2 weeks after. I think 2 weeks after to come back for the passport. And by the time we got there, it was ready. We paid $77 for the international passport process. So another thing I want to mention is that you need to also proceed to apply for his health card. This health card, even if you leave Canada, or before you even leave, your child can, because he's a citizen, he can access healthcare for free. And so that was the next thing we did. We went to apply for his health card. You can go to a registry and okay, for this one, and note this, that for everything, almost everything in Canada, you have to book appointment for it. You, instead of you going all the way or taking Uber and then getting there and knowing that, so find out from the phone. They always have a website. Call in and find out if you could come in, or if you want to, if you to book an appointment. But I think for the registry, we didn't have to book an appointment for this. But everything, doctor's appointment, this, that, you have to book an appointment, right? I think this was free. Yes. So the next, I'm not forgetting anything. So I think that was basically all we did, the health card. Then don't forget down to, maybe I should just do another video of this one for those that are watching me that are Nigerians that want to now go back home with their kids, with their children, the processes. So maybe I'll do is another video on returning with your child to your home country, what you need to get, what you need to do, and all that. All right, so I'm going to end this video here. I don't want to be too long. I've been getting a lot of messages concerning those videos that I've been putting out. I'm glad that it is helpful to someone. I'm glad that someone is getting something from it, and it's helping you through. My desire is to always add value. And don't forget, if you need any information, you can come to my DM. I am at Omowunmi Ayeni on Instagram. All right, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified when I post new videos. All right, for now, do take care. Bye.